What if the true guardian of a nation was not chosen by ballots, but by divine designation? When we hear Ayatollah, images of Iran, clerical robes, and revolutionary fervor often come to mind. Yet this title represents a profound historical evolution, one that traces back over 14 centuries to a crisis of succession that fractured the early Muslim community and gave birth to distinct theological and political traditions. Today on Talk History, we explore how a disagreement over legitimate leadership transformed theology into governance, culminating in the unique system of Iran's Islamic Republic. Before we dive in, if you enjoy deep dives into the forces that shape civilizations, subscribe to Talk History now. Drop a comment below. Which historical figure or event would you like us to cover next? In 632 CE, the Prophet Muhammad's death in Medina left the nascent Muslim community united under his guidance at a pivotal crossroads. No explicit blueprint for succession existed in the Quran or his teachings. A gathering at Saqifa saw prominent companions select Abu Bakr as the first caliph through consultation, shura, emphasizing communal consensus and practical stability. However, a significant group viewed leadership as inherently sacred and divinely ordained. They insisted it should remain within the Prophet's family, specifically with Ali ibn Abi Talib, his cousin, son-in-law, and one of the earliest converts to Islam. This faction, known as Shi'at Ali, the Party of Ali, argued that spiritual and political authority were inseparable, rooted in divine appointment rather than human election. Yes, this divide marked the origin of Sunni and Shia Islam. Sunnis, favoring the caliphal model, became the majority. Shias, upholding familial legitimacy, formed the minority. Today, about 15% of Muslims worldwide, yet majorities in Iran, Iraq, and Bahrain, with substantial communities elsewhere. For Shias, succession continued through a sacred lineage, the Imamate. Ali became the first Imam, not merely a ruler, but a divinely guided interpreter of revelation, possessing infallible knowledge, isma, and esoteric insight into the Quran. The Imams were seen as extensions of prophetic authority, safeguarding the faith's true meaning. Twelver Shi'ism, Ithna Ashariya, the largest Shia branch, nearly 90% of Shias, recognizes 12 Imams descending from Ali and Fatima. Key figures include Imam Ali, died 661 CE, Imam Hassan, died 670 CE, Imam Husayn, died 680 CE, martyred at Karbala, an event that crystallized Shia identity around themes of sacrifice, resistance to tyranny, and redemptive suffering. Husayn's stand against Yazid I symbolizes the eternal struggle for justice. The chain continued through scholarly and often persecuted imams like Jafar al-Sadiq, died 765 CE, a foundational figure in Shia jurisprudence. The 12th Imam, Muhammad al-Mahdi, born around 869 CE, entered minor occultation, Geba Sugra, 874 to 941 CE, communicating via deputies, then major occultation, Geba Kubra. Ongoing to this day, Twelvers believe he remains alive, hidden by divine will, to reappear as the Mahdi, restoring justice before the day of judgment. In the Imam's absence, who guides the community? This theological vacuum spurred evolution. Was Shia scholars, ulama, assumed interpretive roles, developing ijtihad, independent reasoning, to derive rulings from Quran, Hadith, and Imami traditions. By the 19th century, the Usuli school, emphasizing rational ijtihad, prevailed over the more literalist Akbari approach, empowering qualified jurists, mujtahids, to issue fatwas. The highest achieved the title Ayatollah, sign of God, a 20th century formalization recognizing supreme scholarly authority. Believers perform taqlid, emulation, following a marja taqlid, source of emulation, often a grand ayatollah, for religious and ethical guidance. This clerical hierarchy flourished in seminaries like Najaf, Iraq, and Qom, Iran. Historically, the ayatollahs wielded moral influence but rarely direct political power, except under the Safavid Empire, 1501 to 1736, which established Twelver Shiaism as Iran's state religion, intertwining clergy and monarchy. The 20th century brought radical change. Under the Pahlavi dynasty, 1925 to 1979, Reza Shah and Mohammad Reza Shah pursued aggressive secular modernization, banning veils, sidelining religious courts, and promoting westernization, alienating many clerics and traditionalists. Exiled cleric Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini developed a revolutionary doctrine, Wilayat al-Faqih, guardianship of the jurist. Drawing from classical Imamate but innovating boldly, Khomeini argued that in the Imam's absence, the most qualified jurist, al-Faqih, must exercise full guardianship, religious, social, and political, to implement divine law, Sharia. When this extended juristic authority beyond personal guidance to state sovereignty, viewing monarchy as illegitimate usurpation. Published in Lectures, Later Islamic Government, 1970, this theory mobilized opposition. The 1979 Iranian Revolution toppled the Shah, uniting diverse groups under Khomeini's banner. A referendum established the Islamic Republic, with a new constitution enshrining Wilayat al-Faqih. The supreme leader, the Wali Faqih, first Khomeini, 1979 to 1989, then Ali Khamenei, holds ultimate authority, commanding armed forces, appointing judiciary heads, vetoing policies and overseeing institutions like the Guardian Council, vetting candidates and laws for Islamic compliance, an assembly of experts selecting the leader. Elections persist for president and parliament, but within clerical boundaries, creating a hybrid theocratic republican system. Supporters see it as safeguarding divine sovereignty. Critics view it as limiting pluralism. Thus, the Ayatollah evolved from scholarly interpreter to, in Iran, constitutional guardian. Rooted in the 7th century succession crisis, refined through centuries of theology, and reshaped by modern revolution, this story reveals how faith and power intertwine. History shows belief rarely stays apolitical. In Iran, theology became governance, a reminder that questions of legitimacy echo across eras. Thank you for watching. If this exploration of succession, imamate, and guardianship resonated, subscribe to Talk History for more. Like, share, and comment your thoughts or next topic suggestion. See you in the next episode.